So you guys were one. I'm hearing a lot of you guys. You guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that. And when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So it's shorter. There you go. Crazycatlady or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for education and entertainment. Well, hello guys, Martha here. Thank you guys for getting me up to 330 31 subscribers. That means, guess what? I get to watch the live-action version of Cinderella soon. But I got other things to watch before that, and I'm also gonna watch the animated one, and I'm probably gonna watch Ever After, because that's the one I really think it's a live-action Cinderella, since technically Disney did support it. And now it's on Disney Plus, so there you go. You happy? Now get me up to 400, and I watch Dumbo. So I watched the Dumbo one. So, but thank you guys. I appreciate it. Now let's get talking to Elemental. Elemental was very, very pretty. I did like a lot of the animation in it. I did not like the short at the beginning of it. I already knew this was coming. I knew this was supposed to be the actor who played Carl's last performance, but I'm kind of happy that we just saw him trying to figure out how to date after Ellie died. And I also like hearing Alpha talk again, because we like hearing his very, very, very squeaky voice. And who doesn't like Doug? I like Doug, but the thing is, I just don't like the concept of this short. If it was just Carl and Doug hanging out, doing Carl and Doug's stuff, then it's fine. But it's the fact that we're discussing the fact that he used to go on a date after he lost his wife, and after I'm dealing with the same exact thing with my mom. It's just a little bit too personal for me, really. And if my mom did date again, that would be her decision. I would not want it be thrust upon her like this, like it was for Carl. And so we don't know how the date goes, but a lot of the jokes is pretty funny. Is this Doug telling Carl to act like a dog and stuff like that, and he's actually gonna the last 2 minutes I would say is good. Probably the best part about it is when Carl is when Doug's saying I'll go with you and be there for you. The rest of it, like him like buying 2 Miss Valentine's Day chocolates, was too much probably, and all the other jokes about him literally rolling over in poop. Not into toilet humor, so I don't really find that funny. And the thing is, a lot of the kids who were in the theater with me, one of them asked her mom or something like that, or their dad, and wasn't paying attention. I just heard a kid say, "Is that his daughter?" when they were showing Ellie's picture. And I'm like, these kids have probably never even watched Up. So the fact that none of these kids probably watched Up, they don't know they don't know what's going on here. So I had this, I think they heard, one of them say, no, that's his wife. So yeah, so at least it got corrected. But because a lot of these kids weren't born before when Up was around, so, and they haven't probably got a chance to show them that movie yet. But anyway, I did like the fact that Carl went up the picture and asked Ellie, is it okay if I go on a date, basically? And we don't know how it went, but it's sad this is the last thing we see him do, and yeah. So I just rather if the short was about something else, because after seeing a whole entire movie about him grieving over his wife and going on their adventure that she never got to go on, and him finding out that she was happy about the adventure that they went on, and now he has to go on. Maybe he goes and dates somebody else, but we don't know how that date went. We don't. So yeah, but now let's go talking to Elemental. Now that I spent too much time on that one, but the short was fine. I would probably give the short like probably really a 5. I mean, maybe, yeah, 5.5, because I did like the last bit of it, actually. So maybe, I don't want to give it a 6, because I just think the entire concept is pointless. So, anyway, so the animation here for Elemental was great. I think it was pretty. Two of the elements really are not needed. Okay, maybe the clouds are more needed. The leaves are not really that needed. Mostly because this mostly is focused on water and fire. But the other ones are not there for, that important. Because they're not that important to the concept. And really, can we not have a little kid, flirt with an older person? And ask, say, Elmo's don't mix. He's a little kid. Do not date a little kid. Okay? Please. That's what that dumb joke was. Can we stop having that joke, please? But the rest of it, like, it's about, so spoilers ahead, the rest of it is about romance. So, Amber is, gonna inherit her dad's shop when he because he wants to retire soon because he has a bad cold or something, which is weird because he is fire, which is really weird. It's weird having a fire, have a cold, and so she's gonna have her take over the shop when she gets older. And we also have like an immigration scene at the very beginning where they're speaking a different language, and they can't find a place to go, and because they are all saying you're fire, get out of here. Kind of like the whole thing with when any different race came to any country and they didn't like that particular race. It has nothing to do with like it could be any race. It could be black, white, Chinese, Japanese, any race, okay? It's not one race in Pacific. Oh, I see this fire is put on. It's just that fire is a race that a lot of people don't like, which could be any race, okay? That they're putting on to this. But since it's really, the person who directed this was the guy who made A Good Dinosaur. That person is, I think, is Canadian, Japanese, or Chinese. So it's mostly Asian. So, yeah. And their parents and his parents didn't have a hard time finding a place to live, basically, when they came to America or somewhere, basically. So that's what this is basically him telling. And then he had to, basically say no to what their parents did, what his parents wanted to do, and go and direct movies instead. But in Amber's case, she wants to make glass because they're trying to make sure that water does not go for the canal every time the water. Really, they should build a bigger gate during this scene. Like the fact that the canal does not do a good job keeping the water in. They need to build a bigger gate that has where the canal goes into, so the water doesn't go up so high, so we have less. Maybe they need beavers. They need beavers because this would have been so much better if they had beavers, because that's what beavers do. They stop water from going into places and do a great job, better than humans do. But so. And I like a lot of, like, when they have all the elemental stuff, like, showing, like, when Amber, like, touches stones and she changes colors. That part was cool. Some of the jokes in here were, fine. Like, I like the Wade joke. And I like the fact where, Wade was traumatized by, sponges. That would make sense. And I'm not going to tell you every single one of the jokes, because I want you guys to watch this movie. Because this movie needs to be supported, okay? Do not let the trailer dissuade you. It's a great movie. Yes, it's more of a love story and stuff like that, but when's the last time we had a love story with Pixar? It's been so long. And so, in this movie could, I just really want Pixar to do good. I don't want it to end up having become part of Disney 100% and disappear. So that's what a lot of people think sometimes. But I did like it. I like the concept about a daughter not wanting to do what her dad wants her to do. But she's having a hard time wrestling with that because she doesn't want to tell her dad no. But it's not the fact that she wants to date Wade. It's the fact that she wants to go and do something else that he doesn't want her to do. So, like make glass. But, because she does a really good job at it. And so, and she just doesn't know how to say him, no, I don't want to run the shop. I don't. And Wade's expositions about him losing his dad, basically, and having to wrestle with it. But there's also a joke about not wanting to cry to tell you a scene, but I think it's more representing of that joke where you're like watching all those all those stuff from people real lives do, and you're not trying not to laugh. That's what I'm thinking more about that. But I did like the story about their love story. It's kind of like a little Romeo and Juliet thing, except for fire and water instead of two people arguing. But neither of them both die at the very end. So because this is a kids movie, but so it's kind of people keep on comparing this to Zootopia, but to me this is more like Lion King 2, Simba's Pride to me. This kind of reminds me of without all of them fighting basically, because really the fire and the water guys don't really the family doesn't really meet. Only one that really knows about it during this movie is mostly the mom, because the mom joke is that she can smell love apparently, because she's like the family's psychic. Because the dad's job is to sell food to people and accessories, while the mom is basically like a witch or a psychic, and she smells people's love, and then she you light a candle basically, and then you find out if you are a match, and so she can smell it, and that's her joke, and so she finds out about it. Wade and Amber's love way sooner than the dad. The dad doesn't know like about it, and there's also the joke where they meet and he's returned to be a food inspector because he's really a pipe inspector or building inspector instead of a food inspector, and his job is to go and send out paper. So when a building needs to be turned down and gets like looked at and see if it's good still to be run in, if it's not up to coded, basically. But that's the job, is he has to go and tell them to close down Amber's dad's shop. And so after he finds out that that's his that she's supposed to inherit it, he says, okay, never mind, I'm not going to do it. But it's too late. There you also see the tree guy, who's talks very slowly like the sloth in Zootopia. So you already did that joke, kind of. And the cloud girl is really into sports, and who's the boss of Wade. And she ends up letting them have a little more time to fix the problem, because the canal is, so they put like sandbags there, and that did not work. So they put glass there. That's why we find out that Amber likes glass. It was very good making glass, so she fixed it up that way. But eventually, when she gets like too mad both times, it kind of like emulates the fact that they're breaking up. The glass breaking emulates the fact that they're gonna have a little fight. So that was pretty good. I like that scene. And when they touched, I don't know if kids got that, because that's basically them doing the S word in some kind of a way, or something. I don't know. But yeah, but I think it's cute. I think it's funny. I think some of the jokes go way over kids' heads, but it's fine. I'm probably gonna give this one a like uh 8 out of 10. It's not the best Pixar movie. I would still say that's Up. I would still say that's Ratatouille, Up, and Wall-E. I think those were always probably my favorites. Um, but this one, it's not as bad as Lightyear. It's not even close as bad as Lightyear. So I think it's actually one of my lot better. It's as good as Coco. I would say anything is probably as good as Soul. So yeah, so I think it's a good one. If we can still continue making good Pixar movies like this, then Pixar has hope. When it doesn't have hope is when not a lot of people to go and see it. That's the thing. But the thing is, that has to do with the fact there's too many movies out right time, and you can only pick so much to go and see. So yeah. And that's all you has to do with you affording for it. Okay, because I had to watch Flash before I watched this one, and I waited to watch this one a month later. Because I couldn't watch both Flash and this on the same day, and they both come out the same day, which I did not like. So yeah. So please, don't do that. Don't make me choose. I hate it. But I did like this one better than Flash. So, I'll see you guys later. Like, favorite, and subscribe. And, thank you. I'm gonna go watch Cinderella when I have time. So, see you guys later. Bye-bye.